Hello, I'm Dr. Candace Burton, and I'm here with Dr. Lee Suttner, who is retired head of geology at Indiana University. He was chair there as well as associate dean in the College of Arts and Sciences. Our history goes way back to the University of Wisconsin, where I went to school with Ginny. And Ginny wound up marrying Lee, and they were married for many years until she very sadly passed away from cancer 2 years ago. I hadn't seen them for decades, but I always called her on her birthday. So last year on her birthday, I did send him an email, and he wound up calling me, and we spoke for hours. And then we just talked a lot in the next weeks, and we just kept talking and chatting about life and all that type of thing. And then, all of a sudden, tell me what happened next.
Thanks, Candace. Well, what happened next after that first phone call is I realized Candace was a therapist, or is a therapist and a life coach, and I felt she could help me because I noticed I was getting help in that first phone call. And she did. And over a period of less than 2 weeks, believe it or not, I had 1 or 2 people comment without me asking about anything, comment on, Lee, you seem like you're a happier person these days. So she made a difference in me in a very short time.
But what did I do? What was it that was different for you that made you feel happy enough for people to notice it?
You have an amazing ability when you answer the telephone. Within the first 30 seconds, you're so happy that it's impossible not to feel that happiness. It's infectious. It catches you very quickly. And even on days that were not particularly good ones for me in those days, I could call and in hearing your voice, but hearing the way you talked about things was truly very, very elevating. And then you just began working with the habits of happiness and helped me to understand how to implement them over a period of time. You tried to evaluate how well I was doing based on what I said, and everything brought us to where we are today, I guess.
Well, when you said you wanted to do a retreat in Montana, I want to understand why Montana. I mean, I know that you were there for decades, for 5 decades, teaching every summer at the Geological Field Station. But why Montana? What would make you think it would be better there?
Because this is a learning experience. It's a teaching learning experience, of course. But when you are in that kind of an environment, the alpine beauty, the splendor of the mountains, the spirituality of the mountains, certainly catalyzes the learning process, and that's been demonstrated scientifically, and we have that information on the web. Mm-hmm. So I viewed this as an excellent opportunity to help other people, and you and I are about helping other people. We're also good teachers, so I know that we can do this very effectively.
Well, the other thing I wanted to bring up is a lot of people have not taken science in college and maybe don't even know clearly what geology is. They know, they've heard the words biology and archaeology, and that ology is the study of something, but can you just briefly explain what is geology?
In the simplest sense, it's simply the scientific study of the origin of the earth, the scientific study of the history of the earth. The earth was created, we think about 12 or 14 or so billion years ago.
Wow.
The oldest information that we have been able to collect on that in terms of what happens to the earth goes back to the oldest rocks that we can work with about 5 billion years ago.
And didn't you tell me rocks are the history books of the earth?
Rocks are history books. I think when I teach my course, my introductory course in geology, I try to leave the students at the end of the semester with 5 things that they should remember the rest of their life. And if they ever run into me in a grocery store or something like that, I will sort of humorously ask them, how many of those 5 points can you remember? And the one that I want them to remember is that rocks are history books. They're in landscape are history books. They're complicated books to read, but I can help you learn how to read these books. And if you know how to read and understand the history of the earth, that's going to intensify, it's going to magnify the good feelings that are generated by what you see out there. Because if you know how a mountain forms, that gives you it just gives you a better feeling about what you are seeing. Maybe more spiritual, maybe it just intensifies that feeling, but it gives you a better feeling.
Well, it does make sense that it's better than being stuck in a hotel or a classroom. And those mountains are magnificent. I have been out there. So Lee has received the nation's highest teaching award. So come join us. He's a fabulous teacher. I uplift and make everybody happy because I'm always happy. And it's not that I've had the best life in the world. We all have to learn how to cope with things. But those are the tools I'll be teaching you. So thank you for listening. If you're still listening, it tells me that you probably have some area in your life where maybe you're a little stuck and you really haven't been able to resolve all the issues to bring you back to the happiness that you would like to have again. So please just go to the link below, click on that, because there's another free video that'll teach you more, the first steps of what we'll be doing, as well as you can sign up with me for a free session to see if this is for you or not. You can ask whatever questions you've got to see. I want this to be right for you or for your friends. If you know anybody who's got a loss of any kind, whether it's death or divorce or disappearance, it doesn't matter. And it could be a friend, a relative, it doesn't matter. But when there's a loss and people feel stuck, we can help you. So please
may I ask,
yes,
add one more thing to what you just said, and what you just said was really great. But somebody might ask, why teach in the field? And I would answer that question by simply saying, in the field you have a lot of fun learning. You learn a lot, you laugh a lot, and learning and laughing go together like apple pie and ice cream. You develop bonds between you and the other people that are in the situation. You develop bonds with the instructor. It's just an unusual opportunity to learn in a special environment. It's going to be an unforgettable experience for you, an unforgettable learning experience, vacation learning experience, an unforgettable experience in terms of the environment in which you will be in, an unforgettable experience in terms of the people that you are going to meet. And you will have a lot of fun with these people. You'll learn a lot, and I feel very strongly that that this is going to be such a unique opportunity and such a successful one that we hope that you join us. We're looking forward to helping people, and we're good teachers. We know we can help people.
Please contact us. Have a beautiful day. Fill it with happy thoughts. Bye.